right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a good day. So, the thumbnail is not a lie. I wanted to do something completely different tonight for the After Dark, and this video popped up on my feed. I started watching about 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, dude, this is perfect. You know what I mean? Like, because there are certain legends of different sports that I do want to talk about, especially the ones that I had an experience with, growing up or whatever, whatever the case may be. But, I talked a little bit about Mike Tyson back when he was about to fight. We did some Barry Sanders, some Aaron Rodgers recently. And honestly, I never cared much about golf, except for maybe like John Daly, being freaking hilarious and a monster, which is something that like I might have to like visit with you guys, because especially after watching Happy Gilmore 2, like I really kind of like got to know again just how wild of a dude John Daly is. But anyways, this is about Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is the whole reason I started liking golf. And I think that there's probably so many of you who feel the exact same way about this. We knew about golf, but golf wasn't really on our radar until Tiger Woods came out. And it was like, this guy I can relate to. I can get behind somebody like this who's just came out of nowhere and just changed everything we thought about the game. And honestly, it got to the point where I was playing Tiger Woods PGA golf, was it PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 era? I remember playing religiously back then. And honestly, I would love for another Tiger Woods golf game to come out, because I miss that. That was a really cool thing to do at the end of a night. After a work day or something, is just play 18 holes on Tiger Woods golf. Back in the good old days when we had NBA Street and that kind of stuff out too. Anyways, this is a long intro. My bad, guys. You can probably tell I'm excited to talk about something different today. This is from the channel NJ Did It Again. I'm not subscribed or anything. I've never heard of this channel, but the video is titled The Rise and Fall of Tiger Woods. And this is from 2 months ago, so very recent. Anyways, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below in the description if you want to check it out on your own. It's about 33 minutes, so we got to get going here because it's going to be a long video. You also see a list of channel members in that section. Shout out to you guys. This probably going to get demonetized, I'd assume. I have no idea. We'll find out. Either way, extra shout out to you members. I really appreciate you guys for having my back in these kind of situations. It might be my first copyright claim from anything PGA related, but I'll find out when I find out. Guys, please like the video. I'd appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And here we go.
From Hollywood, it's the Mike Douglas Show. Right now, I'd like you to meet Tiger Woods and his father, Earl Woods.
Look at little Tiger, man.
How old are you, Tiger?
His name is Eldrick Tiger Woods, and since he was 8 months old, he's been playing golf.
Crazy.
8 months, I had a cut-down putter made for him. He climbed down out of his chair, and he had a golf swing.
Even though Tiger's only 2.5 years old, like the fellows on the PGA Tour, he can be reluctant to give interviews. Tiger, my career is in your hands right now. Will you please help me? Do you like playing golf? Yes or no?
What?
At age 2, I took him out.
I've never seen that clip. What? That reminds me of Forrest Gump when he meets the president and he's like, I gotta pee.
Course, and he played a regulation course, 9 holes, which is par 36, and he shot a 48. He entered his first tournament, which was a pitch, putt, and drive tournament. And he was competing in the age category of 10 and under. And at 3, he won it.
It is generally assumed.
At 3 years old, he won it at 10 and under? Man, talk about a prodigy.
That Phil Mickelson, the left-hander out of the University of Arizona, will be the next great touring pro, and he might well be.
Wait, Phil Mickelson came out of my home?
That Phil Mickelson, the left-hander out of the University of Arizona, will be.
Okay, well, he came out of the University of Arizona, so not necessarily he's a native, but cool. Regardless, Phil is definitely one of the big names.
The next great touring pro, and he might well be. But no junior golfer in recent memory has received the kind of publicity than that of 15-year-old Tiger Woods.
There is no limit to what he can be. Right now, I would put him on a par with at least 50% of the touring pros.
Tiger won the US Junior Amateur in 1991 at just 15 years old, making him the youngest to ever win it. A year later, he returned to defend his title and did it again. Same tournament, same pressure, same result. He was starting to make it look routine, but 2 wasn't enough for Tiger. He came back in 1993 for a third, something no one had ever done. He was calm, focused, and playing some of the best golf of his life. Every opponent brought their best, but Tiger kept finding a way. When it was over, he stood alone. The first player to ever win it 3 times in a row. With a 3-peat under his belt, Tiger had done just about everything you could do in junior golf. The next step was college, and he chose Stanford, representing the school at the 1994 US Amateur.
I mean, for those who don't know Tiger, or maybe you were born after his prime, Tiger Woods was the next biggest thing, like after Michael Jordan. Like, it was literally that big. Like, I know so many people who don't care about golf who would go out of their way to watch Tiger Woods play. Like, it was huge.
Into the trees again. I'll tell you one thing. That is some golf shot right
wow. Oh, what a shot. Sorry. So he's starting outside of the green, and he puts it right through. And I'm sorry, these celebrations from Tiger also made him so much more relatable. Happy Gilmore coming out in the 90s, and then Tiger like actually expressing emotion on the golf course was that was one of the biggest factors for me. Was like, this guy seems like a real human. You know.
And that's going to do it. Tiger Woods is the youngest U.S. amateur champion ever.
Wow.
Well, Tiger, I'm not sure if anybody's ever come from 6 down in the finals of the U.S. Amateur, but it was a sensational performance. Thanks. And we at ESPN congratulate you.
Thanks, Bob.
Best of luck in the future.
Tiger's win in the 1994 Amateur put him on the map in a whole new way. He was just a freshman at Stanford, but already showing he could compete with the best amateurs in the country. In 1995, he came back to defend his title, older, more experienced, and with a target on his back.
What a shot. What the hell?
Looking putt here.
In the heart.
How do you read a green like that? I am not a golfer, you guys.
Shot drawn right at the flag.
Right over the flag and checking up and coming back.
Like, this is magical.
That won't get it done. Second straight U.S. Amateur Championship. An encore performance by the 19-year-old phenom.
5 USGA titles before the age of 20. Some performance.
I hit some bad shots early, but I just hung in there, kept patient, something that I've been working on all year, and it finally paid dividends.
Winning once was impressive. Winning twice meant Tiger was on the edge of something historic. In 1996, he came back for one last run at the US Amateur. Everyone was watching. The pressure was bigger than ever, but so was his game.
He's gonna leave himself a side hill putt.
This is at it if it's the right distance.
Will it come
nice
back?
bounce.
Yes, it will. And this time he's got it. 1 down with 2 to play.
Looks good.
Great speed. It's in.
Are you serious?
Man.
Tiger.
Okay, I gotta say, this is actually really cool reliving all this. It's been a long time since I've gone back and actually paid much attention to Tiger.
Unbelievable.
This shot starting left of the hole and cutting. Good looking shot.
Great shot by Tiger Woods. Another another Tiger comeback completed. And with it, golf history. 3 straight U.S. Amateur Championships for Tiger Woods.
Well, Tiger, we got to ask the question, what does this do to your feelings as to whether you'll turn pro or stay in school?
I really don't know right now. I just know one thing. I'm going to celebrate like hell tonight. Yes, hello world, huh?
Yeah, this is just one of those rare cases that a phenom comes around and he has ridiculous expectations and he exceeds and blows away every single expectation possible.
Yesterday, I confirmed that I had decided to become a professional golfer. I did this because I wanted my final round as an amateur to be in the U.S. Amateur Championship, which was a day that I will always remember.
Tiger, what is your goal for this week? What would make this a successful tournament for you?
A victory.
Nothing less?
In my life, I've never gone to a tournament without thinking I could win. That's just the mindset I have. Mm-hmm. Each and every tournament, I go there to try and win.
What would be a successful
MJ, guys, MJ.
week here in Milwaukee?
Two things. I think I've played 4 solid rounds. We got off to a good start today. If I can do that for 3 more days, I'll be very happy, and a victory would be awfully nice too.
To me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash, especially talking to the other guys on tour that have been out here for years and years and years, and certainly an incredible amateur record. But what do you say to those guys? First pro tournament, you say, I can win.
As I would explain to my dad, second sucks, and third's even worse. I want to win. That's just my nature.
You'll learn.
See, listen to this crap, you guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what Tiger's saying. He's saying he's playing to win. He's not going to be happy with anything less. He's not discrediting anybody else, any of the other golfers. He's just saying these are my expectations. Everybody should have the same expectations in a tournament. We're here to win.
From Cypress, California, Tiger Woods.
There you can see.
Bye.
I'll tell you to bite, move, and hop and jump, and the result, perfect. Just literally a few feet from the hole.
Second shot for Tiger Woods.
137 yards up the hill. Low shot for Tiger here, but it's a good one.
Wow. Damn, man.
Brown Deer, 14th hole, 202-yard par 3 with a 6-iron.
Bring it in there.
Oh, my God.
The 9th hole-in-one of his young life. You can see 67, 69, 73, 68.
It was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. With the media attention and just the fact I haven't got a chance to rest yet.
Tiger made his pro debut at the Milwaukee Open in 1996, and he tied for 60th place. Not exactly the start you'd expect from golf's most hyped prospect, but what came next made people pay attention. The game got sharper, the finishes got better, and it didn't take long for Tiger to show why the hype was real.
Hey, after an eagle at 16, Tiger Woods tee at the par 3 17th. He's 19 under.
Nothing more than a 7-iron down the hill for Tiger.
Where do we land?
Just a nice hard 9-iron. Cut very close on the left-hand side. That's a good, smart shot.
Try to take the lead at 14.
There it is. You sure read it right. No center of the green there. This guy doesn't know what the center of the green is, I don't believe. I don't think he knows what water and sand is. He certainly doesn't know what fear is.
No, he doesn't. And the more people doubt him, the more feel that it's just feeling that fire.
If Davis matches that, they'll go back and play the par 3 17.
Ooh, how you miss that?
In just 2 months from his 3rd straight U.S. Open crown, or U.S. Amateur crown, to his first professional victory.
There it is. There
Tiger
it is.
now to open up a 2-shot advantage. Tiger Woods with a final round 66. Battled all the way with Payne Stewart. That was fun to watch.
It's been a remarkable few months for you, from coming from winning the US Amateur to now winning 2 PGA Tour events. It's unbelievable. An awful lot for a 20-year-old. We have to congratulate you. It's unbelievable, but we now have to talk about the fact that you're going to the Tour Championship next week.
You know, I was just hoping to get my card.
Good answer.
Yeah.
By the end of 1996, Tiger Woods...
I like that he stays humble about it, though. But when you talk about winning, he's like, yeah, I expect to win. But he's humble in victory, and I really respect that. I'd like to see him sit down again with that guy who was saying, like, oh, you'll learn. I'd like to see him now. Yeah. No, you'll learn, fool. You'll learn that he was not a phony. He was for real.
Pro for a few months, but he'd already won twice, finishing at the top almost every week, and been named Rookie of the Year. Just a few months later, in April of '97, Tiger stepped onto Augusta's first tee as a 21-year-old. It was his first Masters as a professional, and everyone was waiting to see how he would do.
Lovely stuff.
See, the crowd, even his audience was not your typical golf audience too. Once again, I know I'm bringing up Happy Gilmore again, but it reminded me of that, where like it gets a little crazier because Tiger's around.
Must come up short of the pin. Stop now.
There it is, a win for the ages. Tiger Woods in a moment like no one has ever seen at the Masters, shattering record after record after record. The green jacket will be on his shoulders in just a moment.
For a player to win a major early in his career is a tremendous advantage. It could be an advantage because it could perhaps relieve some pressure. The other way to look at it is that you win early,
expectations,
and people start to expect an awful lot more of you all the time.
I really don't care what they think. Winning a major early, I always had envisioned it, so it's really not that big a surprise. To win a major by 21, I kind of thought I would do it by 22 or so. So I kind of beat my own expectations.
After the 97 Masters...
I like it though. He's like, I can care less what anybody else thinks. I'm here to do what I'm here to do.
Tiger was left with an edge most didn't have, and that was time. Winning a major comes with a 10-year exemption on the PGA Tour, and that meant he didn't have to worry about keeping his card or chasing results.
Nice.
So in 1998, instead of competing for wins, he started rebuilding. He and Coach Butch Harmon tore down parts of his swing to make it stronger, more consistent, more ready for the long haul. The results didn't come right away. In fact, he went the whole year without a win, but underneath the surface, Tiger was reloading, and by the time the 1999 PGA Championship came around, it all started to show.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
You can see that ball turning.
This might be the greatest shot that I've ever seen in carries.
It can.
Unbelievable shot.
Damn, man. What a drop. This is just a joy to watch right now. Wow, what an angle.
By the end of 1999, Tiger wasn't just winning again, he was dominating. He closed the year with 8 wins, including the PGA Championship in a playoff, but that was just the start. In 2000, everything leveled up, the swing was locked in, the confidence was different, and the gap between him and everyone else, it only got wider. What followed that summer was one of the greatest runs sports has ever seen, starting with the US Open at Pebble Beach.
Just push it over to the right.
Caught that awfully good, John. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, my.
left of the hole. Needs to get down a little bit, it looks like. And Tiger Woods is the 100th U.S. Open champion in history.
Oh, sweet.
The 2000 PGA Championship was the final piece of a season that didn't feel real. 3 majors, 9 wins, and Tiger wasn't slowing down. If anything, the gap was growing. Over the next 2 seasons, he kept finding new levels. Whilst others chased trophies, Tiger was chasing history.
Oh, and he's pulled it right at the hole. Look out!
Work with.
Good play.
Oh, look at that crowd.
There it is. As grand as it gets. Tiger has his slam.
Something I never dreamt that I would ever see or ever thought that anyone could ever do. I think it's the greatest feat I've ever known in all of sports.
In 2001, Tiger did something no one else in golf history ever had. He held all 4 major titles at the same time, not in one calendar year, but all in a row. The US Open, the Open Championship, the PGA, and then the Masters. 4 straight, 1 player. That run became known as the Tiger Slam.
Tiger
Tiger
Slam.
completed everything there was to do in golf, but it wasn't the end, it was a beginning. He came into 2002, still at the top and still hungry. The question had shifted. It wasn't just can he win, it was who's gonna stop him.
And the amazing thing is, at this point, he was already kind of like, is this the greatest? Like, no one had ever seen anything quite like this. So it was like, this guy's got to be the greatest, right? And he was so young.
Oh, he's got a little curtain call here. Yes.
Tiger Woods joins Jack Nicklaus and Nick Faldo as the only back-to-back champions in Masters history.
Damn.
After dominating
That's a
the golf
small list.
world in the late 90s and early 2000s, Tiger's path through 2003 and 2004 was a bit more challenging. The victory slowed, and despite flashes of brilliance, the majors remained just out of reach. But as 2005 rolled around, the narrative began to shift. Tiger ended the year with a renewed sense of focus, his game beginning to feel more like his own again, and with the Masters just ahead, the pressure was mounting.
Tiger's 8-iron over the green.
Here it comes.
What is that turn? No way.
Oh my
What is that turn? Is it dropping? Does it drop? It drops. Are
Tiger
you kidding
off the
me?
fairway with 8-iron.
It's like there was a super strong magnet in that pole.
Tiger to win the Masters.
Oh!
This is for Dad.
Oh man! So his father passed away. I mean, that could explain. I don't remember the context. Maybe some of you guys can help me out. But is that why he was struggling up until this? Like for that short period of time? Maybe he was going through some grieving, and then the big show happened at the Masters, and then he just stepped up his game.
Every year that I've been lucky enough to win this tournament, my dad's been there to give me a hug, and he wasn't there today. I can't wait to get home and see him, to give him a big bear hug.
Oh,
thank you.
Tiger's 2005.
Okay, so he just wasn't able to be there. Okay.
Masters victory.
If anybody knows the context, they're like, was he sick or what was going on?
Marked his return to dominance, a powerful moment in his career, but as his professional life flourished, his personal world was crumbling. His father, Earl Woods, who had been his rock and greatest mentor, was fighting a losing battle with cancer. Just months after his Masters win, Tiger faced a devastating loss of his father. Earl passed away before the 2006 Open Championship, leaving Tiger to confront one of the toughest emotional battles of his life. In the midst of grieving, he prepared for the championship, a tournament that would be anything but routine.
Watching anxiously. Just settle down there.
He's been practicing this length repeatedly after Sergio hold his sticking with the iron as well, but you know.
Back to 10. Pro-Am dinners and speaking of whatever.
Tiger Woods. Oh, he's left that one shot.
No way he's going to miss that.
Today. He finds the target.
One more person, this might be a tough two-putt, but maybe not for Tiger.
No way.
It's rolling on. Oh, that's an excellent.
Ahead the marker's got it.
Who was that? Did you hear that?
He's going to get to lucky break. It's in.
It bobbled just that little bit, didn't it, as it left the club. 67 to finish for Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is the 135th Open champion. And there's emotion there because I'm sure he's thinking of his father and how much his father would have loved to have been here.
I mean, I hate to bring up the Michael Jordan similarities, but damn, man. This sure reminds me of the locker room after the 96 championship.
See him winning in this way.
Coming up to the 2008 US Open, Tiger was still winning, but his body was under serious strain. He had a torn ACL and 2 stress fractures in his leg. Most players wouldn't have even considered teeing it up, but most players aren't Tiger Woods.
I mean, you would have given him, you know, incredibly high odds of just making the cut. I mean, he was hitting it, you know, incredibly bad. He was just, his knee and his leg were in poor shape and he just couldn't play.
4th shot. Didn't knock it by though. Trying to make it.
Boy, went it that hard.
I don't understand that.
It's going right too. It's just about in the same line as Westwood's.
Really good with the flat stick. He wanted that one badly.
Just a little left to the hole, trying to cut.
That was a heck of a shot. That was a beauty, and that's going to come back. We saw this earlier. It comes all the way down within 5 feet.
Wow. It's still going.
He's going to go crazy. And there we have it.
Line drive.
At the right side of the green. Hey, not guys will take that. On that pristine.
Lucky to get the right distance. Look
after this. Gonna funnel down that
I remember that.
Anything different? Unbelievable. I knew he'd make it. Yeah, I knew it. He's Tiger Woods.
He is
A
Tiger
few days
Woods.
after the US Open, Tiger revealed what no one knew. He'd won it with a torn ACL and a fractured leg. He went straight into surgery and missed the rest of the year. When he returned,
Crazy.
it seemed like the legend hadn't missed a step. He racked up wins, and there were
The
moments.
fact that he didn't mention it until afterwards, what a baller move, man. What a boss move. You know, we make fun of people who, like, you know, they list out their injuries beforehand and like, oh, poor me. No, he hid it. He hid it from everybody, won the damn thing, and said, by the way, now that I won, I got to go get surgery. I'll see you guys in a year.
Where it felt like everything was back on track, but off the course, tension was mounting in his private life. Whispers turned into headlines, and the pressure began to build behind the scenes. Then, in November, everything unraveled. One moment changed the trajectory of his life and career, meaning nothing would ever be the same again.
I need an ambulance immediately. I have someone down in front of my house. They hit a pole.
You're conscious?
Yes.
Okay, are you able to tell if he's breathing?
No, I can't tell right now.
His wife came out of the house when she heard the accident of him hitting the fire hydrant. He used a golf club, is what we were told, to break out the rear window to gain entrance into the vehicle, removed him from the vehicle, and laid him down the street.
In his statement, Tiger Woods says, quote, "The situation is my fault." But he doesn't say exactly what situation or how he managed to crash his car just outside his driveway or why he was unconscious after the crash. These are just some of the unanswered questions in this mysterious case, and right now Tiger Woods is not talking.
In the days that followed, the questions began to outnumber the answers. Tiger Woods didn't speak to police. Not once, not twice. On 3 separate occasions, he declined interviews, cancelled, rescheduled, then cancelled again. The world had just witnessed the fall of the most disciplined man in sports, and he had nothing to say. Why? Outside his home that night, he had crashed into a fire hydrant and a tree, but it wasn't the damage to the car that caught people's attention. It was what happened after, or maybe what happened before. His wife, Aline, shattered the back window of the SUV with a golf club. She told officers it was to rescue him, but headlines had already filled in the rest. A golf club, the symbol of his empire, now wielded in the chaos of a midnight emergency. Tiger had left the house in a rush. No socks, no shoes, barefoot into the dark, like he was running from something. And maybe he was.
Hey, it's Tiger. I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and they'll be calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that. What do you call it? Just have it as a number. Okay, you gotta do this for me quickly. Alright, bye.
In the hours before the crash, Aline found text messages on Tiger's phone, messages from women he'd been secretly seeing. They were explicit, undeniable, and confirmed her worst fears. She confronted him, the argument escalated, Tiger tried to leave, but she followed, furious and betrayed. What happened next is only speculation, but what I can say is there was a golf club, a broken window, and Tiger barefoot driving off into the night. Over the next few days, more
that was exactly the same conclusion I came down to as well.
Came forward. Waitresses, party girls, adult film actresses, cocktail hostesses. Some had met him in nightclubs, others in hotel lobbies, during golf tournaments, and even on private flights. They shared similar stories, late night messages, secret meetings, promises whispered in the dark. But now, they were speaking out. For years, Tiger had lived 2 lives. The world knew him as a disciplined champion, the man who dominated golf with surgical precision. But in the shadows, there was another man, impulsive, reckless, and struggling to manage the secrets he couldn't keep. As the truth unraveled, Tiger's carefully crafted image began to crumble. The man who had once embodied success and perfection was now seen as a liability. The first major
what happened with Tiger and what the path that he went down was the thing that taught me in life. Anybody with a perfectly just perfectly clean background, raise an eyebrow. You know, there's just probably something there that we don't know about. And also, it made me realize that in my life, like, dude, if I've made mistakes, like, I'll use it as a teaching tool. So, like, basically, if you met me within 5 minutes, you'll know, like, my life is not perfectly squeaky clean. There are mistakes involved in this life. You know what I mean? Not quite to this level. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have, like, a whole secret life. But because, like, I already lean in with the narrative that I am not perfect. You know, like, Tiger Woods had a perfect, like, his image was absolutely perfect. My image should not be perfect. If it is, then I'll correct you real fast, you know, because life is messy, dude. People are going to make mistakes. But that taught me that, you know, don't hide it. Basically, if there's anything that needs to be talked about, let's get it over with. Let's do it, you know, because living a double life like this, that doesn't sound fun at all. That sounds like high anxiety, high stress all the time. You know, and in Tiger's situation, what was it really all for? Just so he can hook up with some hot chicks? You know what I mean? Like, that's an impulse every man has. But if that's really what was important to him in life, then he shouldn't have got married to begin with. You know what I mean? So, but he wanted that perfect image, that perfect family man, yada, yada.
Came from McIntyre, his longtime sponsor. They were quick to sever ties, citing the current situation as the reason.
Yeah, I think this is when there was no more Tiger Woods golf, too.
To drop Tiger was swift and public, and they weren't the only ones. Gatorade, which had marketed Tiger for years with its Tiger-focused campaign, also ended its relationship. Gillette, Tag Heuer, and PepsiCo all made moves to either reduce his presence in campaigns or cut ties altogether. Even companies that had stood by Tiger since the 90s, like Nike, were left to explain their continued partnership with him in the face of public scrutiny. A month after the crash, Tiger released a statement on his website acknowledging his actions and the harm they had caused. In it, he admitted to his infidelity and expressed deep regret for betraying his family and supporters. I have let my family down, and I regret those transgressions with all my heart. I have brought this on myself, and I am the only one to blame. Tiger apologized to his wife, his children, his friends, and fans. He explained that
at least right there, that's full accountability. It was delayed accountability, so that one is, you know, not a good look. But at least eventually he took full accountability for his actions.
Taking time away from golf to focus on his personal life, repair his marriage, and seek professional help. He pledged to earn back the trust and respect of those I have hurt, emphasizing that he intended to deal with his issues privately and fully. Nearly 3 months later, Tiger re-emerged, not on a course, not in a commercial, but at a podium. On February 19th, 2010, he stood before a small group of friends, family, and reporters to apologize.
I know I have bitterly disappointed all of you. I have made you question who I am and how I could have done the things I did. I'm embarrassed that I have put you in this position. For all that I have done, I am so sorry. It's hard to admit that I need help, but I do. For 45 days, from the end of December to early February, I was in inpatient therapy, receiving guidance for the issues I'm facing. I have a long way to go, but I've taken my first steps in the right direction.
By mid-2010, Tiger checked into rehab again, this time for an addiction to Vicodin and Ambien, painkillers to get through the day, sleeping pills to shut it all off at night. What started as treatment had slowly become routine. He made his much anticipated return to golf a few months later at the Masters. The world held its breath, hoping to witness the golfer who had once dominated the sport. His return, however, was far from a triumphant one. While Tiger had been away from the game, rebuilding his personal life after the scandal, his body had been slowly deteriorating. Despite an emotional return to Augusta, it was clear that Tiger was no longer the unshakable force he once was. His swing, once perfect and fluid, looked different. The pain in his back was evident, and it showed in his inconsistent play. His first few tournaments back were a mix of near misses and early exits, not the Tiger of old who dominated from start to finish. Over the next few years, the physical toll took center stage. In 2014, Tiger underwent back surgery for the first time. He tried to power through it, but by 2015, his back was still causing major issues, forcing him to go under the knife once again. Each time, there was hope the surgery would fix him, that he'd find his old form, but pain persisted. By By 2016, things only got worse. His back problems intensified, and after a particularly painful period, Tiger made the decision to take time off from the sport. He withdrew from multiple tournaments, including the 2016 Masters, the event which had once been his playground. Amid all the uncertainty, Tiger's personal battles resurfaced, with a moment of poor judgment off the course threatening to derail everything that he had worked for.
So where are you coming from today?
Florida.
Okay, do you know where you're going?
No. I like to drive.
I'm sorry?
I like to drive.
I like totals.
Afterwards. You don't have to walk anywhere.
Wait a minute.
Placing you under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence, okay?
Damn.
Thankfully for Tiger, the arrest didn't turn into something worse. After being taken back to the station, he submitted to a breathalyzer test and passed. No alcohol in his system. He hadn't been drinking, but he had
pills? Oh.
Had been under the influence. A toxicology report revealed that he had a cocktail of 5 medications in his system: Vicodin, Diluted, Xanax, Ambien, and THC.
Oh man, everything, yeah, it's all for his injuries, so he can try to relax. Damn. Yeah, you can't be operating a vehicle like that.
To plead guilty to reckless driving. He avoided jail time but was placed on probation, ordered to complete a DUI program, and required to perform community service. This DUI arrest marked rock bottom for Tiger Woods. He had fallen before, in the public eye, in his personal life, on the leaderboard. But this was different. The man once known for his control, his focus, his invincibility, now looked lost. Mugshot plastered across every news screen, body broken, reputation in pieces. For many, it looked like the end, but behind the scenes, something was shifting. In April 2017, just weeks before his arrest, Tiger underwent a spinal fusion surgery, his 4th back operation, and most serious yet. It was a last resort. He couldn't sit, couldn't stand, couldn't swing a club without immense pain. If this didn't work, his playing days were over.
Makes me wonder, do you think he started golf at too young of an age? Like it messed up something with his spine? As far as like the natural development of his spine. It's the only thing I can think of, but I'm just grasping at straws here.
Slowly, steadily, Tiger began to heal, not just physically, but mentally. Step by step, tournament by tournament, he found his way back. The swing returned, so did the belief. By 2018, he was competing again, and by April 2019, Tiger Woods walked onto the grounds at Augusta, majorless for 11 years. What happened next would become one of the greatest comebacks in sports history.
Look at this.
Not going to be short, is it?
No, there it goes. This is just perfection.
Look at the apex. That was magnificent.
Darn.
17.
And just the tap in for Tiger. So he heads.
Play for the slope for safety. I don't believe it. I've never seen Tiger play for safety.
Letterman history. But here it is. The return to glory.
Damn. Oh, what a sudden end. Man, it might be, wow. And the video that I see right here is John Daly, golf's last outlaw. And what was I just talking about? Wanting to do a reaction of. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyways, I don't know. It might be time to bring back Tiger Woods PGA Tour Golf. EA. It might be time, you know? Yeah, this guy's not perfect. No one's perfect. But the things that happened in his life are pretty human. They're pretty they're pretty relatable. Him taking all those painkillers. Yeah, this makes sense. Should he be driving? No, absolutely not. But was he thinking straight on a cocktail of 5 different, painkillers, muscle relaxers, THC, yada yada? No, he wasn't thinking straight anymore. About his infidelity, do I get behind that? No, absolutely not. And I think most of us wouldn't. But at the same time, this happens a lot when you got massive celebrities who, they're married. And, you can question, should you be married? Probably not. You should probably save that for later on in life, because you're living this life as a hotshot, basically. Everyone wants a piece of you. So the idea to be Tiger Woods on the road and everybody wants a piece of you, to be able to stay completely out of trouble and never make a mistake, never have one too many drink and cave into a desire that you're going to end up regretting the next day. I think a lot of humans would mess up at least once. In Tiger's case, it looks like it was multiple times. So do I back that up? No, I don't back it up. He messed up there. But these are like human things. You know what I mean? Human things that anybody could have done in his shoes. So do I think am I going to play into Tiger Woods' image as squeaky clean? Hell no. Hell no. We've seen plenty of skeletons at this point. But at the same time, I don't see a guy who's cheating the game. I don't see a guy who's harming the game. And, as an athlete, that is, as a golfer, I don't see any reason at this point not to bring him back a little bit as the face for the nostalgia's sake. I think it'll be good for the sport. Basketball games did it. NBA 2K brings back MJ every so often, puts him on the cover. And, it's, I think Tiger Woods, considering Tiger Woods just, 7 years ago, won another one, he's still relevant. And I think for a lot of us, if we're just not lying to ourselves, unless you're really into golf, most of us casuals, we close our eyes and think of a golfer, we see Tiger. So I don't know. I'm also just being a little bit selfish here because I want a new version of a Tiger Woods golf game, because I wouldn't mind that at the end of the night, play 18 holes real quick and go to sleep. Those were some good times. But anyways, I'm rambling. Tiger Woods, to me, he's still the greatest golfer. He's the greatest golfer I've ever seen, but that's not, it's not like I've been watching golf my entire life. So it's not the same thing like when I talk about basketball. But I've never seen anybody do the crazy things that he's done. And his legacy should be remembered because, once again, he didn't cheat the game. He cheated on his wife. That's something for them to deal with and handle. But as far as the game goes, whatevs. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to head out before I keep talking myself in circles here. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know some memories. And we'll take it from there like we always do, all right? So I'll see you guys in the comments. Like the vid if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And most importantly, it's to be water, my friends.